We lost a man, but we can still do this. It's not the manpower, it's the power of the man.
Shit, this kid really jacks you up.
Well, boys, I'm not gonna lie. Been somewhat torn on this. One part of me is like, hey, Kanye West is not saying anything that hasn't been said repeatedly ad nauseum on this channel several times, right? But on the other hand, it's the insight that his sit down with Tucker Carlson provides that, I definitely see the conversation around it being somewhat necessary. I mean, it's incredibly necessary because there is a segment of this population that believes that, there are singular individuals who speak for the entire group. And there are a lot of people who are under this belief that, oh, well, if Kanye West says it, well, black people, yes, black people have permission now to think these things or believe these things. And they have, and that's ultimately what celebrity culture is, when in reality, the 6 black men who were murdered after Ferguson is something that is a point that plenty of individuals, particularly myself, have been emphasizing since even before the Summer of Love and the riots and the money and the mansions and everything else like that. So, one of the more, how do I put it? I guess interesting takeaways was his surprise at the relationship that his wife had with the Clintons, right? He was like, he didn't even realize that his wife is a feminist icon, much like Marilyn Monroe before her, which is another frustrating thing to me because these are things that if you know your history, you've seen before. Like Kim Kardashian is no different than a Marilyn Monroe or any other, feminist icon who used their sexuality to cultivate the culture that we have now, where feminism and the estrogenics have just completely dominated many facets of our life, which has turned around and cultivated a ton of chaos, because that's what the feminine is. The feminine is chaos. The masculine is order. That's what testosterone is. But our culture is so ass backwards that that you got Kanye here sitting up like, oh man, he's not done fighting his ex-wife Kim Kardashian over kid school. I don't compromise. You compromise the moment you put your seed in that soil, Kanye. Let's be real about this. All right, like one of the things that bro, you're an open book, and with that open book, you knew the woman that you were, you were creating lives with, and just because, like, regardless, because we all knew. So thusly, which is why it was so questionable. Like I had always suggested you take more of a Matt Damon approach. Like, yeah, just take some random chick from nowhere. Been half grateful to be living this fly ass lifestyle, but nah. You decide to go down that road, bro. So by all means, fella, trust the Justice Department on Hunter Biden investigation? No way. This is by the Post editorial board. I don't know if you've realized this or not, but I kind of just slipped you into one of my news shows. All of this is coming to us from the New York Post. But yeah, I definitely wanted to just touch on the Kanye West stuff. Like I said, there is something to be gained, but it's stuff that we already just know as far as who controls what media. Now the stuff with Jared Kushner and President Trump, once again, something you had a feeling on, but due to his position, he was able to, particularly in doing a lot of deals with these individuals, he was able to see things that we weren't. So whereas there's the element of, I don't care for how it's deemed as, oh, it's okay for black people to think these things because, oh, Kanye West said it, that I'm not appreciative of, but it's also that insight that, yes, there is tons of merit in. So just to finish that on off, the Justice Department is apparently investigating Hunter Biden. We'll see what comes of that, all right? From Reuters, Moscow says truck explosion destroys part of crushing Crimea bridge. This is a pretty important bridge. Things are escalating in that region very, very quickly, and we shall see who it's basically like, you know, a whole there's an old game we used to play back in the day when you instigate a fight and say baddest man hit my hand. Well, shit, somebody just sat there and slapped somebody's hand. Now, OPEC plus oil output cut shows widening rift between Biden and Saudi royals. Yeah, so gas is about to go back up. That's gonna be fun. Prayers sorrow at temples as silent mourns children slain in massacre. Yes, this was absolutely brutal, and it really makes Uvalde look like just scaling. You know, I mean, the loss of any life, particularly in such terrifying and graphic means in children and the like. You know, kids. Is always just heart-wrenching and heartbreaking if it's 1 or 1,000, right? But you know, just prayer thoughts and prayers always in the air. Can you dig it? That's some globe stuff that we'll get to after we check out how gun control is doing. Yeah, oh yeah, wow. Female shot in Seymour Ave. New community housing development. Shots fired. Incident extends to North Central Ward. As Sheriff's Crime Stoppers offers $10,000 reward for arrest of suspect who murdered this kid right here. The had gotten quite a bit of press after his shooting. But I mean, as somebody from this area, I gotta say, you know, just another day, as we can continue to see with this is 8 stories right here, and they're all involving shooting. So yeah, how is all that gun control working for you, Phil Murphy and Tony Voss and Ross Baraka and Ted Green and all of you bureaucratic sycophants? How is that working out for us, huh? How's it been working for the entirety of my life, huh? Jackasses. All right. This is even more stuff coming to us from RLS. St. Benedict's Prep fires dean after he allegedly attempted to meet with a young boy. Yeah, bro. These kids, man. These kids, man, found stabbed to death inside East Orange apartment. Police seek identity of 2 female robbery suspects. That's right, you ladies, sisters is doing it for themselves, huh? You are definitely in on this. Newark police seeking help identifying shooting suspects. Gunfire erupts near Garden State Parkway in Newark. Gunmen fire nearly a dozen rounds at victim in North South Ward. Yeah, so doing fantastic on that front. This is to us from Insider New Jersey, the very left. I'm talking about this is the outlet for the far left progressives who, you know, run this state ultimately. And speaking of the King of the North, Jones projects confidence at the Democratic convention. Of course he did. Keene Sr., whose son, Keene Jr., is running against Malowinski. I think we're going to be in serious trouble. Yeah. Well, you would be because, you know, freaking they're Republicans, and Republicans in this state are like the brand in and of itself is just so in the mud and so non-existent, but that's on purpose. It's existing in South Jersey and like, but the North is the Essex County. I'm telling you, I am from one of the most bought and sold counties in the entire state. All right. Who's this chocolate thing right here? Coughlin announces new Department of Internal Communications Constituent Relations within the Assembly Majority Office. What is it that you say you do here, huh? Like, sis, I hate to point you out. A, you're kind of cute, but the more important thing is that what is it that you really? It's just another bureaucratic sycophant job. You know, it's like it's nothing of any real substance. It's just more bloat, like on the taxpayer. Like they drive. I don't know if you guys saw. There was an NFL player who was thinking of signing in New York and New Jersey, but was like, yo, those taxes, and dipped. And a lot of people have been highlighting that, like, oh my goodness, yes, we're over. Yeah, and this has been the case for a really long time. It really has been. You drive people away due to the just, there's too much government. There is too much fucking government. And the deal is that they sit there hiring all these chicks because instead of promoting families, right? And instead of having these bras, like actually embracing their true roles, their duty as women. No. Go ahead, girl. You go out there, you be strong, independent, and get yourself one of these jobs with the pensions and everything else like that. You make $100,000 a year. You got a nice pension and everything else like that. Your child is out there doing just the most heinous shit right now. And that child's father is nowhere to be found. But you know, you strong and independent. Yeah. Whatever you got to tell yourself. Dank Barron rises. Biden pardons federal crimes. Yeah, we saw that, and this is nothing more than smoke and frickin' mirrors. To us from the New Jersey Globe, Huggins says the 2022 election is about inflation, inflation, inflation. New Jersey GOP embraces vote by mail, early voting. Huggins says, yes, this guy right here, Bob Huggin, he's apparently the man in the New Jersey in the Republican side of things. And let me tell you something, he could give less of a shit. All right? Like, he might as well be wearing blue. Him and Jones probably sit down and kick it like a day. Why? Because there is literally no difference between a Republican and a Democrat in this fucking state. Because any Republican worth of fucking salt, any true opposition would be like, nah, fam. I'm sorry. Any true opposition would have a huge problem with the vote by mail and all these other all these other ways that our voting is very vulnerable to manipulation, regardless of what the fuck anybody says. Yeah, I'm sorry, my guy. Like, no, like that's not opposition. That's you basically, like I've been saying the entire time. You're the fucking Washington Generals and shit of New Jersey politics. That's it's and the Democrats are the Harlem Globetrotters, and these guys are the Washington Generals, and they bow and cuck at every single turn. Booker lauds Biden's steps to decriminalize marijuana. Of course, he would. Oh my goodness, y'all want to know? I'm telling you, because we got so much global homo money running around Essex County. I mean, it's so expensive to even fucking operate in this bitch that, like, yo, yeah, you're not gonna you can't take these cats down by any stretch of the imagination. Like, not without just copious amounts of money. Just in case you were curious. All right, let's shoot back on over to this one right here. This is New Jersey 101.5. A little turnout as New Jersey voters approved borrowing $600 million for school projects. That's right. There was recently a special election which many school boards put measures on the measures on the ballot in order to vote to spend money, and with about 25% turnout, yeah, they got the okay. Everybody got exactly what they wanted with 25%. Because I'm telling you, most of the people in these areas didn't know that shit was going on. They do so much. Like, I'm telling you, it's so under the radar. Like, the moves they make be so like it be so quiet. Shh, shh. Yeah, we just gonna do this election. It's all good. I don't even really worry about it. Now, granted, these were special elections taking place in other counties. I wouldn't know what kind of energy that they put into it, but I'm telling you, the energy that they did put into it was very likely incredibly minimal. Former New Jersey woman's president officer indicted on inmate forcible entry charge. And it probably wasn't forcible entry, but bro, you can't sit there and put yourself in those types of situations. Matt Plankin, the new attorney general, the one that looks like both a kid diddler and a kid that was diddled. New Jersey accuses 5 towns of violating law regarding same-sex marriage. That basically, they haven't been all quick to jump on the binary and multiple gender type stuff that they're being demanded of. And so instead of nursing home deaths or anything that really fucking matters, no. Plankin's going after these towns that are actually kind of based, because Jersey's more based than people really realize. But unfortunately, it's just when our media is so bought and sold, then it's kind of useless. It's kind of pointless. All right, so in search of younger audiences, New Jersey politics heads to TikTok. Jesus Christ. I'm not on TikTok. Why? Because I'm an adult. TikTok is cringe. Old people on TikTok is cringe. But, that so, and it's 14 seconds. Like 14, 15 seconds, right? You ain't got the time. There is no. That's the problem with social media in general, is that it's not built for nuanced discussion by any stretch of the imagination. So best luck there, guys. A temporary fix to the New Jersey bag ban approved by Senate committee. Yeah. It's too much government, guys. Too much government. Dems lost more voter registration ground in September, but not in key districts. State overall gained 13,000 new voters. Sure. Like these numbers are absolutely fucking meaningless at this point because they already have their like at least 30%. I operate with the rule of 30%. There are 30% of people who are brought into the global homo bullshit that we got going on around this bitch, and and with that 30%. You also have the shenanigans and all the other mechanisms in which you can get whatever result those whom truly hold reins decide that they want. So, yeah, good luck convincing me of any of this shit. So guys, with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from Teespring. Check me out Odyssey as well. Links in the description. Ask go in the description box and do damage and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Yeah. So like I said, when it comes to Kanye and it's like none of this is really new to me. But whatever. We are still on that pendulum swing to the right, which the left through this whole Biden thing has extended actually. So we'll be going as we continue to creep closer and closer towards this right swing that we're on. Good. Sure, all you people who need, other people's perspectives and opinions to draw conclusions that if you had proper information, and you can have access to proper information because I have access to proper information, you could just come up with these things yourself. You can recognize people's individuality and ability, and not put such an emphasis on their skin color themselves. I think that's the thing that really irritates me, is that all he did was just slap the other side of the skin color thing on it, like white lives matter. Okay, well, cool. I look forward to the yellow lives matter. I look forward to the red lives matter. I look forward to the brown lives matter. And and what we are going to call the President Trump special, I look forward to the orange lives matter. I think I just found the name of this video. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments until the it's 17 minutes. Let me know what you think in the comments until the next one.
Your booze mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Every breath I take without your permission raises my self-esteem.